I cannot tell you guys how much I love this hat. What?
Oh, one last thing we want to tell you guys is our tour guide for the day was like a huge rhino
Enthusiast.
conservation enthusiast, and she like does a lot of research for it, and she was really informative on how much rhinos and giraffes are endangered, and especially rhinos are endangered for their horns. There's something like poached 4 a day, and there's only 28,000 total rhinos in the wild. There's only 5 species of rhinos, and there's 28,000 total, not just in the wild, total in all the zoos. And most of them I think are in zoos because they're poached like 4 a day in the wild. So if people weren't to buy so much rhino horn, like, I guess the US is like number 2 in having rhino horns shipped in, and it's illegal, but people do it on the black market. And so if we were more aware of that, and
I guess like people wear rhino horns as jewelry, and
it's mostly for medicinal purposes.
Medicine purposes
in these countries, but the US, they have them as trophies, they wear them as jewelry. So just becoming more aware of that as a society, and as we realize that, you know, if this continues to happen, like, there won't be rhinos anymore, and you just don't want to see any animal go extinct. You just don't want to see that if it's possible. I mean, there's a reason they're here. There's just not enough enforcement of laws to keep the poachers away, and I don't think there's enough crime. I guess that she was just saying it's like a slap on the wrist in Africa.
Well, it's very corrupt in Africa.
And that's not fair to say all of Africa, because I think there are some countries in Africa that are taking measures to be stronger.
Bosnia is very safe, she said.
No, it wasn't Bosnia. Bosnia's not an African country, I don't think. We'll have to find that out. But I think she said South Africa was one of the main parts.
Well, remember, she said she was going somewhere to take a safari.
Yeah, she was, but Bosnia is not an African country. Anyways, so...
I did not take geography.
Bosnia is like technically part of Europe, I think.
Oh my god.
It's like Eastern Europe.
That's so bad.
It's okay.
Anyways.
And they do an amazing job here at the zoo, and their partners for conservation efforts. And
this isn't sponsored, by the way. Like, no, you really just went on our own time to experience it. It was great. It
was sponsored. Anything we can do to help out endangered species and the efforts they take, we're glad to do it. So so happy with what they're doing, and it was such a cool experience. And so you guys should definitely check it out and support.
Alright.
Bye-bye.
Also, really quick, this is the lipstick I used today. Honestly, I'm obsessed with it. Here,
are you sure that's like cruelty free?
MAC Cosmetics?
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Alright, we're gonna check that out too.
So it's called Matte Love Honey by MAC Cosmetics, and literally it's such a pretty color. I was taking pictures on the safari truck, and like the lips were looking nice. So
I think the giraffes like your lips too. Their tongues were.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if
the
that was
giraffes were trying to like make a move on me.
Yeah, they were.
They're getting
especially the big
close.
Dominant male.
Those are the ones I attract.
Yeah.
Hey.
That's a good one. That's a good compliment.
Oh, you thought I was talking about you?
Oh, you're talking about that
I was talking about the squirrel over there.
Oh, okay. Alright, cool. Oh, there was also an antelope that changed color because he had so much testosterone. That's crazy. Maybe that's why I'm so tan. I think that's why.
Color.
I think I have a lot of testosterone.
Honest to goodness, Captain has so much testosterone. If he does not like practice tennis and work out at the gym, he like legit is the most aggressive person ever.
I feel a lot better, I will say, after I like get a really hard workout in or a really hard practice.
I have to say, after I spin, I'm the same way too. But like, you will legit start fights like arguments, not like physical fights
It's
with
just
random
like-
people, but he's just like very
I think I
aggressive.
just have more energy, and like when I just get tired out, so I don't want to start a fight.
Yeah, like you just maybe just
I'm
let-
just a better person.
yeah,
Let's just
you
say that.
are.
Let's
You
just
are.
leave it there.
He really is. And I'm a better person when I'm fed. So we're gonna go get
And warm. Don't.
And warm.
If it's cold or she's hungry.
I better have a jacket.
Oh my, dude, one time, remind me, I'll have to tell you guys about our St. Louis trip a while back. Oh my gosh, it was snowing. Like, this is when I really got to know the real Brie.
It's when we first started dating.
Yeah.
It's it's kind of sad story, but like, so Captain and I started dating, like we were together maybe like a month, 2 maybe?
A couple months. Like
Couple months,
2
2 months. And his grandmother on his father's side passed away, and she left her estate to Captain's dad to handle it. And Captain's dad obviously had to work, but he did go out there, but he couldn't stay very long. So Captain and I flew out there together to handle her estate. And we were there, I think, 2 weeks, and we just were really getting to know each other. So this kind of like threw us into the deep end. And so we really learned a lot about each other. But one thing about St. Louis is I've never really spent time in the snow or the real cold. Like, I'm born and raised in San Diego, and we both learned very quickly that I do not do well in cold temperatures. I'm very, I don't know, like I literally become immobile. Like,
Yeah,
I don't want to move. I don't want to
do well is
talk.
an understatement. It's like, I'm gonna do everything to avoid at all costs to go in the cold or be cold.
Like,
no
I
matter
will
what.
not be in the cold. I will avoid it. I mean, to go out in the snow for like a minute or two and like experience it's super nice, but my body was just not ready for it. And so we were driving back actually from St. Louis to San Diego, and we had all day to pack up this car to be prepared to leave in the next morning. Captain waits until that night.
I mean, there was a lot of stuff to do.
And it's
to be
already
fair.
snowing.
There was
And
a lot of
Captain
stuff.
waits until that
Okay.
night, and all of a sudden he goes, let's pack up the car. So not only is it snowing and cold, but the sun is now down and it's windy, like wind chills. And I'm literally like, I'm not going out there. Like, I'm not going out there. We had all day to do it. Let's just do it in the morning when the sun's up. It's a little bit warmer.
Okay, but if we do it in the morning, we're not gonna get to leave in the morning. So it's like wasting
Worth
half the
it,
day.
dude. Worth it. So worth it.
Well, anyways, guess who packed up the car all by themselves? This one. And guess who pretended like they didn't know what I was doing in the back bedroom? That one. I even called for help a couple of times, and eventually I got her to come out one time for about 10 seconds just to push the seat forward. So she pushes the seat forward, so I had enough room to slide this thing behind the seat. I look up, she's already in the house.
Yeah.
I kid you not, it was no longer than 10 seconds, and I didn't even know. She was that quick and quiet about it, that she went that fast.
Oh,
It was
man.
amazing to watch.
Yeah. I'm fast.
You're
When I wanna
fast
be.
when you want to be.
Stealth.
It's rare. But
So
it has to
Captain like comes in the house and he's like kicking things around and pouting, and I just am ignoring it because I don't want to have to go out there. I just pretend like I don't notice.
Like, literally, I was yelling for help, and she was acting like she couldn't hear me.
Dude,
You heard
were
me.
not yelling.
You heard me. Like,
No.
let's be honest.
You were just like yelling about me not helping outside.
And she still acted
You
like she
weren't
didn't.
asking for help. You were just yelling about me not helping. Like, he's like, he doesn't curse at all, but he was out there like kicking snow. Like, God
I was
dang
kicking
it,
the snow.
that. just
I was
so
kicking the snow.
upset.
I was pretty upset.
Yeah.
But it's fun to kick snow because it doesn't hurt. So it was kind of a cool experience to kick the snow.
Yeah, you're like secretly happy you're kicking the snow.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm not the only one that has meltdowns in this relationship.
Okay, that wasn't me having a meltdown.
This guy has some serious meltdowns,
I don't
and
have
I'm gonna
meltdowns.
catch it one day on
Never gonna
camera,
catch it.
like he caught mine.
No.
And you guys are all gonna
It's
see
never gonna happen.
that he has way bigger meltdowns way more often than I do.
She's just hoping for a miracle to happen.
That's not a
It's
miracle.
like-
I kid you not. I got my meltdown from him. I never used to melt down like that.
Okay.
But when you see someone melting down a lot, you tend to do it too. It's like a bad influence.
Okay, alright. We're just tricking the American public here.
Anyways, do you even know where you're going, dude?
No, I don't.
Oh my gosh. We're
All
just
right.
thinking on here on the camera. I gotta help him with directions.
Okay.